Welcome, everyone. Tonight's going to be exciting because we're celebrating the life of Joseph.
Even though Joseph lived almost 4,000 years ago, his life shows us how we should live today.
Joseph knew God and trusted him. And in Joseph's life, we see the godly character that the Lord wants to develop in all of us.
Tonight, we want you to be part of our stupendous celebration. So check the screen for your cues. Hold on to your seats. Watch, listen, and learn as Joseph goes from the pit to the palace. Joseph, this is your life. You grew up in the land of Canaan with your father Jacob and your 11 brothers. You're the second youngest. Tonight we have some special people from your past to help us celebrate. See if you recognize this voice.
You were such a cute little boy, and your father loved you so much. He had big plans for your life and made a special coat just for you.
Well, that's Billa, our housekeeper. Well, this looks just like my old coat. I love that coat, but it sure caused a lot of problems with my brothers.
You can say that again. And when you were 17 years old, your life was turned upside down. See if this brings back memories.
Oh, great. Look who's coming. You can see that tacky coat for miles.
It looks like it should be seat covers on a chariot.
I can't stand him. It's bad enough he's our father's favorite and will one day be the head of the family, but now all we hear about are those crazy dreams of his, where he sees us bowing down to him.
That'll never happen.
I've had about enough of him.
I hate him.
Come on, let's get rid of him for good. But what are we going to tell our father? Tell him an animal ate him.
No, don't kill him. Just throw him into one of the pits.
That's a great idea. Consider it done. Then we'll see what becomes of his dreams.
Hey guys, look over there. What do you see?
I see a caravan heading our way. What do you see?
I see opportunity knocking. That's a group of Ishmaelites going to Egypt to do some trading. Have I got a deal for them? If we let Joseph die in that pit, what's in it for us?
Nothing.
Let's sell him to the Ishmaelites and make a little money.
He'll be gone forever.
Five. Do I have a five? How about a five? I got a five, but I'm looking for a 10. 10. Who'll give me 10? This lad's a bargain, he's sharp and he's keen. I got a 10, now I need a 15. I got a 15, looking for a 20. Break out the money, boys, no, got plenty. 20, I need 20. Thank you, sir. 20 going once, 20 going twice. Sold for 20 shekels of silver. He's going, he's going, he's gone. He's going, he's going, a long, long way from home. The bad is low and the make of these, thrown into captivity. Now they're bringing all gone wrong. He's going, gone. He's going, gone. He's going, gone.
Joseph, I can't imagine going through something like that. Weren't you scared? Didn't you feel hurt and alone?
Yeah, it was the pits. But God's always faithful, and He helped me. When you're going through tough times, you just have to remember that God's in control of everything that happens. He knows what you're going through, and you really aren't alone, because God is right there with you. Just trust Him, and He'll help you through your pitiful situation.
When you're down in a hole and it's dark and cold, it's a pit.
when you got to Egypt, our next guest bought you from the Ishmaelite traders.
Oh, you're talking about Potiphar, Pharaoh's captain of the guard.
That's right.
Joseph, you became a trusted servant in my house. I could tell the guys with you because you made everything you did successful. I'm no dummy. I put you in charge of my household and fields. Because of you, God blessed all that I own. Everything was fine until my wife tried to get you to sin, but you remained integrity and obeyed God's laws.
Joseph, you did the right thing.
Well, it was God that gave me the strength to stand up to the temptation. He always gives us a way out when we're faced with sin. It's up to us to choose His way.
And that's exactly what you did. You didn't even think twice. You knew just what to do.
When you find yourself in a situation that is not right, full of temptation, and in your heart you know it's wrong, don't wait, don't hesitate, get away fast, be strong, run, sleep, bold, scram, get out of dodge as fast as you can, don't get caught up in temptation, take control of the situation. Exit, leave, evacuate, hit the road, don't hesitate, when things are right and sin is close, get up, ready, adios, don't wait, don't hesitate, don't wait, don't hesitate. But folks tell you, hey, it's alright, everybody's doing it, so give it a try. Don't give in, just say so long. Don't wait, don't hesitate, get away fast, be strong, run, sleep, hold, scram, get out of dodge as fast as you can. Don't get caught up in temptation, take control of the situation. Exit, leave, evacuate, hit the road, don't hesitate, when things are right and sin is close, you're on crazy, adios, don't wait, don't hesitate, don't wait, don't hesitate, don't wait, don't wait.
Even though you did nothing wrong, Potiphar believed his wife's lies and sent you to prison. You were there for a very long time, but you had courage and endurance, and God kept blessing you. Soon, you're in charge of all that went on in the prison. This is when you met two very interesting people.
Oh, that would be Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker. When we were in prison together, they had strange dreams, and God gave me the meaning of the dreams.
And 2 years later, Pharaoh started to have strange dreams. Remember this?
I could not understand my two dreams, so I command that someone tell me what they mean. These 7 fat cows and 7 lean, inform me now, who will explain? About the 14 heads of grain, with 7 good and 7 burned, the meaning of which I should learn.
I know man, I do, O king, who through his God interprets dreams. I would not, should not have forgotten about this man, and I feel rotten. His name is Joseph, this Hebrew. He'll be here soon to speak with you. His God will help him to explain all about the cows and grain.
Greetings, Pharaoh, and hear these things. God has told me about your dreams. Know these words from God are true, for he's revealed what he's about to do. The cows and grain, here's what they mean. 7 years of plenty and 7 of lean. The abundant years will produce great crops, but when the famine comes, all that stops. So find a wise and discerning man. Put him in charge of Egypt land. For 7 years, store up grain, so you'll have food when famine reigns.
I would not, could not, yes, it's true. Find one better than this Hebrew, for you're a strong and godly man. You're now in charge of Pharaoh's land.
Yay!
very clever. I could not have done it better.
Joseph, when you were 30 years old, you got a big promotion. You went from the pit to the palace. And became second in command of all of Egypt. How did you remain so humble?
People tried to give me credit for interpreting the dreams and storing the grain, but it wasn't from me. It was all from God. God knows all things, even the future. He knew the famine was coming, and He provided a way for people to survive it. I'm just honored that God let me be a part of His plan. He deserves all the glory. It's not about me, it's all about Him.
Everything God said came true. There were 7 years of great crops, and then 7 years of famine started. It was terrible, and soon people from other countries came to Egypt to buy the grain he had stored. This brought some very interesting visitors.
I can't believe this. These are my brothers. I haven't seen them in 20 years. I don't think they recognize me. And look, they're bowing down to me, just like in my dreams. Let's see what they're up to. Stand, foreigners! Where do you come from?
We're from the land of Canaan, sir. There's a terrible famine there, and we've come here to buy food.
I think you're spies, and you've come to see the weakness of Egypt.
No, sir. We've just come here to buy food. We're honest men, not spies.
We're 12 brothers, sons of Jacob, great-grandsons of Abraham. Our youngest brother is with our father, and one brother is dead.
Maybe my father is still alive, and my brother Benjamin too. Let's find out. Here's how you can prove that you're honest men. Leave one brother here in the guardhouse, while the rest of you go home to Canaan and feed your families. Then bring your youngest brother back to me. That'll prove you're not spies.
Thank you, sir. That's just what we'll do.
We're in trouble now.
What a mess.
Okay, who's going to stay here in Egypt? Any volunteers? No? Then let's decide like real men. Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. Sorry, Simeon. You stay.
Take him away.
I can't believe this. Our father's going to be so upset when he hears that Simeon is in jail. And you know how attached he is to Benjamin. He'll never let us bring him back.
This is awful. Obviously, we're being punished for what we've done to our brother Joseph. He begged us not to harm him, but we wouldn't listen.
Didn't I tell you not to hurt the boy? Now we have to pay for what we've done. This is what we deserve. It's payback time.
I can't believe they didn't recognize me. But they've changed. God has changed their hearts.
I loved and wondered, what would I say if by chance I saw you one day? Would I be angry, seeking revenge, or would I turn around and just walk away? Would you meant for harm, God used for good? He had a plan for our lives, and as He directs us, He also expects us to be merciful, compassionate in His sight. So I forgive you, my brothers. I forgive what you've done to me. I forgive you, my brothers. I love you so, and want you to know I forgive. I forgive you, my brothers. I forgive what you've done to me. I forgive you, my brothers. I love you so, and want you to know I forgive. I love you so, and want you to know I forgive.
Joseph, may I ask you a personal question? After all that your brothers did to you, how were you able to forgive them and show them compassion?
I spent a lot of time talking with God about that. He helped me to forgive them. God forgives me when I sin against Him, and He expects me to forgive others when they sin against me.
That's hard to do.
But with God, all things are possible.
Well, Joseph, the famine continued, and once again, your family in Canaan ran out of food. Your father Jacob had no choice. He had to let your brothers take Benjamin and go back to Egypt. This is when this man became a key player.
Hello, Mr. Joseph. I know you remember me as your go-to guide in Operation Give 'em Grain.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere. It's my steward, Stu.
Good evening, Mr. Joseph. I'll never get the day that your brother returned to Egypt. As soon as he saw them, he turned to me and said, "Stu, we're throwing a party. Prepare a feast." When your brother arrived for lunch, and you saw your younger brother, I think he was a musician. I believe his name was Benjamin?
It's pronounced Benjamin, Stu.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Joseph. Anyway, when you saw him, you got teary-eyed and had to leave the room. I could tell he was your favorite. When it was time for your brother to leave for home, you had me set up a little surprise for them. And do you remember what that was, Mr. Joseph?
I certainly do, Stu. Operation Bring 'em Back. We put the money they paid for the grain back in their sacks, and in Benjamin's sack, we put my silver cup.
When they were going just a short way from town, you had me go and get them. I had those boys open their bags and accused them of being thieves. Don't you know they were shocked?
Yes.
Don't you know they were confused?
Yes.
Don't you know they were scared?
Yes.
And don't you know I loaded them up their donkeys and trot them right back to Mr. Joseph?
I can't believe this. You with my silver cup. Didn't you know that you'd be caught? You will be my slave. The rest of you go home to your father.
Please, sir, please don't do this. Benjamin is my father's youngest son. It'll kill him if the boy doesn't come home. Please take me to be your slave instead. Let Benjamin go home with the other brothers. It'll break my father's heart if he doesn't come home.
I can't take this any longer. I have to tell him who I am. Come closer, please. Come closer. I'm your brother Joseph, the one that you sold to the Ishmaelite traders. Now don't be scared. It's okay. And don't be upset with yourselves for what you've done, because God sent me to Egypt ahead of you so he could take care of our family during the famine. God put me in Egypt, not you. Not you.
Joseph? Is it really you?
We thought we'd never see you again. It's been more than 20 years.
You're alive and in charge of Egypt. I can't believe it.
All of this was a part of God's plan. He's in control of everything. He's all-powerful and knows all things, including the future. He's an amazing and mighty God.
Control of everything, Almighty God. Of heaven and earth he reigns, Almighty God. His plans will never be undone, Almighty God. Who is like him? There is none, Almighty God. He's amazing, Almighty God. He's amazing, Almighty God. understands, knows all things.
Almighty God,
He even knows what the future brings.
Almighty God,
His understanding has no end.
Almighty God,
He knows we're going out and we're coming in.
Almighty God,
He's amazing.
He's amazing. Almighty God, He's amazing. He's amazing. Almighty God, He's amazing. He's amazing. Almighty God, He's amazing. He's amazing. Almighty God. He's amazing. He's amazing. Almighty God.
Well, Joseph, we have one final chapter in your life to celebrate. We knew you could never forget this voice.
The happiest day of my life was when your brothers came home and told me that you were alive. Our family moved to Egypt to be near you so God could provide for us during the last 5 years of the famine.
Of course, that's my father Jacob.
Son, I was amazed when I learned all that had happened to you and that you were second in command of all Egypt. Through all your trials, you trusted God because you knew Him and understood His character. I'm so proud of the man you have become. God has truly done a great work in your life.
Thank you, Father, and thanks to all of you for this wonderful celebration. But all the praise and glory should go to God. God is faithful. God was with me through every step of my journey. God brought me to Egypt. God blessed me in the house of Potiphar and in prison as well. God sent Pharaoh's dreams and gave me the interpretation. God put me in second in command of Egypt. All of this to accomplish His plans. But I'm no different than you. Just as God did for me, He will be with you through every circumstance that comes your way. And more than that, He will bless you and teach you and mold your character. So know Him and trust Him. And if you're willing, He'll give you the privilege of being involved in His plan. He's the all-powerful, all-knowing, ever-present God. Let's praise Him now and forever.